do a little weekend vlog at home. So we just got back from vacation, little reset, little story time. I have this spatula band-aid on my thumb because I was in the ER a couple hours after I got home with a kitchen injury. Not ideal, but it's slowing me down a little bit this weekend, but it's not stopping all the things. Jackson's gonna run some errands with me. We're gonna get a few things framed at Hobby Lobby, return our TV because it was right there, as you can see it. But in that space on the wall, but it was doing this weird thing with lines. So we're gonna go exchange it at Costco. So let's go run some errands. My lips are still chapped AF. I don't know what in the world is going on. Here's a TV. We no longer have the box, and I asked Costco, and they said, don't worry about it. Just bring it. We have the receipt. So Costco is ever amazing. Somebody is jamming out over there. Where are the little feet, honey?
Back here.
Okay. I'll leave the feet right there. I don't think they'll fit in the back. Made myself my absolute go-to honey iced salted latte. I would normally put those words in a different order, but here we are. It's just so good. So I'm being insistent that we go to Hobby Lobby today because frames are 50% off, and they're way too expensive without a discount. Okay, looking for band-aids that fit a little bit better. Let's see if we can find it. Here's the thing my brother did. Carousel horse, which I think is so cute. It's exactly how he used to draw all of his horses, and I want to put it up somewhere. So let's find a frame that works. Hey. From Costco. Brought our whole TV there, as you saw, and they will not take it back because it's been more than 3 months, so they have to send a technician to the house. So we loaded it back up, and Jackson's setting it back up in our house. So that's where we are. We did a little bit of grocery shopping. I'm prepping some of my herbs for the week, and I'm going to put my parsley in this cup that my sister-in-law painted for me. One trick that I like to do is to peel off all the herbs at the base because it will rot faster if you don't. Also, don't mind the way that I'm doing this. I'm learning to do things weird, different ways because of my thumb. Also tried to get thumb band-aids at Target, and they didn't have them. So I ordered some on Amazon. Jeff Bezos always with the pull-through. They'll be here in the morning. So I will just use the rest of the bandages that the hospital gave me until then. So that's where we are. We're about to put on some football, and I'm going to make a zucchini, bacon, chicken pasta situation, which reminds me of one of my first visits to New York. My cousin lived in Brooklyn, and when my brother and I got into town, she had that pasta waiting for us, and it is like a comfort meal to me. So I have this really delicious looking champagne white cheddar cheese that I'm going to use, and we're going to grub while Jackson studies. I straighten up, finishing a vlog from last week when we were on a cruise, and just hanging out, trying to relax a little bit and not be uptight. Here's what we're looking like. I also have basil that Jackson got me at Trader Joe's that I potted this morning. Some of these are looking crazy. Okay. Okay, beautiful. Otter boxes because Jackson's
You don't have to tell everybody that.
No, it's okay. It happens to the best of us. The back of his phone shattered when he dropped it yesterday, and so we ordered OtterBoxes for both of our phones because mine also needs it. I'm not trying to buy another new phone. He's gonna work on that. Try and see if this works because I have this tripod that I hook my phone to, which, check out the new phone case. We love not dropping her. And if I do, she'll be safe. Do you like yours so far, honey?
I do.
And we're gonna tilt this up because I think I can attach you to it. Let's see. Halt, please. What's on this thing? Is it working? Jack, look. It fits on the bottom with the screw. You just have to take this off.
How about
Dang! Cooking shows incoming. Y'all don't even know. We're gonna meal prep some veggies for the week. I like to do this when I'm home for longer than a week, which we're luckily gonna be here for a while. So you can kind of see on this side of things, some of my veggies. Let's take a tour. So all of my citrus. We have some broccoli. I'm gonna do Parmesan crusted broccoli at some point. I'm doing a big batch of soup. I don't know if I doubt we'll have any of it tonight, but just to have it ready. So I'm gonna do carrots, zucchini, celery, and then onion, of course. So we got all that ready to go. I also got some fresh mint that I'm going to store just like I did the parsley, the Italian parsley. So let's get a little something to put that in because that is not that much of it, but a little bit of a different vessel for the mint. We're gonna do this Grey Goose martini glass. Drinking that. Okay. Cheers. Love. My aloe plant. Jackson hard at work. This has been our catch-all. This little nook right here, so I'll be working on this. The suitcase will not fit under the bed, so that's a challenge for another day. Let's see. Well, it is 4:30. Share. I made the most delicious brunch this morning and it is so easy. So I used frozen bread that I had and it looks a little funky now, but it's basically protein French toast. And I put tiramisu protein powder, egg whites, some syrup, and then put the bread in that, toasted it up, dusting it powdered sugar. It's one of Jackson's favorites. So good.
We had just gotten back from like walking, and we were getting ready. Like this is like our unwind. So I'm on the phone with Lizzie, and I'm like walking in and out of the room, like I'm changing the laundry over, and then I just hear a Jack. I'm like, okay, Lizzie, goodbye. I don't know what this is. Hang up. Come around the corner.
He saw the sheer panic. I watched it happen. I watched the layers of. I watched it. It was awful.
So she was cutting zucchini.
I was using a mandolin. So you can use your imagination on that.
I also did not know what it was, but it's like
if you look up mandolin and you picture me slicing a zucchini and my thumb got in the way, you can. Those mandolins always scare me to death. Well, can't confirm.
Now you know why.
They're terrifying. And sliced through my fingernail into my, all the way in.
But it wasn't like
80% of it was like
it wasn't where
it
the
was
bone
almost
is.
off.
It was diagonal across her thumb.
Yeah.
But not like where the bone was. So like it was literally she almost just cut off the tip of her finger.
Yeah.
But it was so
but diagonally.
It's kind of freaky because it was diagonal and through her fingernail.
It's hard for me to think about.
So it was pretty gross looking.
Well, and I immediately I saw it happen and it started bleeding, so I just held it together.
She's immediately grabbing it. I'm like, just hold it still. Let me look at it because I didn't know if it was about.
And I was saying it was bad, and
like,
he was like, "Well, let me see it." And I said, "I don't think I can let you see it. Like, I'm afraid to not hold it shut." And he was like, "No, just let me see it." And then he saw it, and he was like, "We're going to the emergency room."
Like I'm in the middle of I'm getting out.
I'm in my pajamas, not like literally my pajamas, and it was urgent. Obviously,
hydrogen peroxide and wipes and band-aids.
We didn't do anything.
We'll look at it. Oh God, we gotta go right now.
Yeah. Plant. This is going to keep it alive because Lord knows I've killed the last 20. Welcome to our office. We're going to do a little wedding update. We have our planner here. We need to finalize our guest list today and our engagement party list. So we have a couple iterations, and we actually pared down a little too much for our wedding guest list. So we're going to add a few people back and hone in on our engagement party, which is going to be Easter weekend. So that's a little bit more urgent. So let's use one of these. Jackson's here. You just can barely see him. It's a Sunday, and we are going to get lots done today. It's raining outside. Oh, that's where you put them. Mm-hmm. How great. We have cabins on site, and we're organizing who is staying where. So they're not really cabins. They're more like little houses. But okay, so we'll start. Let's do this one for the engagement party. It is a Monday and it is a long weekend this weekend, so I'm enjoying my second cup of coffee. It is about 11 a.m. and we're about to run some errands. We want to get a couple things for a garage gym set up. I have some dumbbells. Jackson wants to get some kettlebells, and we have some organizing to do. So we're gonna run out and do that. I have some returns, pair of pants for TJ Maxx. We need to get some staples for the week, like milk, eggs, that kind of thing. I am currently working on the guest list still. That is quite the journey. And I'm only on step 1. So we have finalized it, which was a big thing. We went through 3 different iterations of who we're inviting, and this is pretty much our original that we got back to. We pared it really down, or really far down. We added a bunch of people just to see how it felt, really, and to get the mama's approval. And they were both being wonderful about all of it. So keeping inside the budget as much as possible. So gonna finish that today, and then we also have an engagement party coming up in a couple months, so I'm gonna finalize that list after I get the big master list done. And then I think the next step is gonna be wedding website, because I posted on TikTok and a couple bride-to-bees said that the Knot was great in collecting email addresses, so I'm either gonna use Zola or the Knot for that. So that's something. Also, wanted to show you guys this little setup that I have in front of me. I've been working on it and it's not completely done, but it's a lot of things that I actually use, and also I just find aesthetically pleasing. I ate a lot of oranges, so I have oranges there. This butter dish, I wanted a silver dish that my mom got me when we were thrifting in Charlotte. That room spray is the salt blend from I think it's Hearth and Home. It's whatever Joanna Gaines brand is at Target. One of my best friends got me the candle and I was obsessed. So that's that there. Then we also have some matches. I need to get a new strike pad for that because I don't know if you can tell, but it's very used. Also thrifted this little bird and candle. I just thought it was such a unique, cool size. And this handkerchief. And the little dish is from the Polo Cafe with little toothpicks. My mom brought that back from, I think, Italy, the little toothpick holder. And then this bottle of champagne is from New Year's Eve this year. It was actually a bottle that I saved the label from here and pressed it. So I took it off and pressed it. There you can see. And I'm going to do something with this, but it was given to us when Jackson bought my engagement ring. So that is holding Rose. He gets me flowers all the time. So that is a flower, and then the rest of the dozen are behind me. And then I'm also still working on my Christmas tree candles. I think they're just so lovely, and I am not going to put them up. So I burn these. I just put them on an older. This was from one of my dad's clients. And he just has so many cutting boards. It was engraved, so I just use it for candles now. So that is the current setup with that. And then as far as my one other thing, my morning stack of books today is my wine Bible. I normally read this at night, but I fell asleep last night before I could read it. So this is happening every single morning. I do my 5-minute journal. I do my devotional. I'm also doing the Bible recap with Jackson, so we do that later in the day. We're currently reading through Job. We do the Sarah Lee Cobble guided Bible in a year recap. And then, let me just bump you down. And then also my journal. I try to do a page every morning. If not, I just kind of do it throughout the day. It's not always perfect science, but I do try to do that. And then now that I'm getting into more content planning this year, I've had a blog for a couple years. This is where I do all of my planning for this. I've learned that the analog version of some things is better for me, and then I obviously keep a calendar on YouTube thinking about YouTube, on Google, where I color code everything. So this is my stack for this morning, and then of course I have my wedding planner that my coffee's on right here, that I also do a lot in person. But to round this segment of the video off, let's read one of my favorite quotes from the 5-minute journal. Actually, I'm going to read 2 of them because I have 2 of them started this week. Never be limited by other people's limited imaginations. Dr. Mae Jemison. You cannot get an A if you're afraid of getting an F. Quincy Jones. good advice for trying new things. And this year for me is the year of trying lots of new things in 2026. So whether that's starting piano back up, starting Italian, learning a lot about wine, and deciding whether I want to go for a somm certification or not. I'm reading a book right now about that. I will actually put some of the books I'm reading right now. I try to read 2 books a week, between Audible, physical reading, and my Kindle. So if you're interested in that, let me know. But happy to make a reading list. That has been something I've thought about doing, is starting a book club in the future. So if that's something that you're interested in, let me know. Last night I did not record it. I should have, but my future sister-in-law, I'm just going to start calling her that, Lizzie, came over and we did these little paintings. And this is one of my dad's favorite paintings. They actually went to the Van Gogh Museum this year. So I'm going to give that to him. So Dad, if you're watching this, you're going to be getting that.